That's me. Seconds before seeing the results of one of my college entrance tests. Ito ang journey ko sa pag-review at paghanda para sa susunod na yugto ng buhay ko. I'm Wax, a grade 12 STEM student from Claret School of Quezon City. Throughout high school, I've tried my best to stay consistent with my studies, and I've also been involved in different organizations, especially sa school publication namin and student council. Sa Pilipinas, may 4 na colleges na binabansagang the Big Four. Yan ang Ateneo, LaSalle, UST, at UP. Itong 4 na to ay top-tier institutions sa buong bansa, known for producing talented and high-ranking graduates. For me, UP has always been the dream. Bukod sa affordable ang tuition at malapit siya sa bahay ko, this school is the most appealing to me out of the 4. Hindi ko ma-explain pero ramdam ko lang na tama lang na sa UP Diliman ako mag-aaral sa college. I felt like it's destined for me to become an ISCO. My goal was clear from the start. It's UP or nothing. January 22. Nag-post yung UP ng schedule ng OPCAT. August 2 to 3. I had 7 months to prepare for the test, which would make up 60% of my UPG. Yung 40% kasi set in stone na. Hindi ko na pwedeng baguhin yung grades ko ng grades 9 to 11. Kaya naman, tip number 1, take high school seriously. Kasi yung grades mo para sa grades 9 to 11 make up a huge part of your UPG. Hindi lang yun pero kasi yung lessons na lalabas sa mga entrance tests ay mostly junior high school topics. Nung in-announce yung schedule ng OPCAT, I was in the middle of so many activities and projects in school. So I decided, sa summer lang magsisimulang mag-aral. So for the next few months, I focused on my projects and academics. Nag-focus ako sa work ko, sa concert na in-organize ng council, yung short film ko, kapag din yung panoorin dito. But a few months later, nung April, nag-release yung results ng OPCAT ng seniors namin. Out of 135,000 students, 18,000 yung pumasa. Some of my seniors passed, pero marami rin ang hindi. Nung kinausap ko sila, they gave me some advice. Tip number 2, apply to as many colleges as you can. Hindi lang naman UP ang nag-iisang college sa buong mundo. My seniors who didn't pass UP weren't very upset because they still ended up studying in one of the colleges in the Big Four, or even sa mga magagandang schools din sa Pilipinas. They also told me to, tip number 3, choose your courses and campuses wisely. When choosing your course, you must take into consideration the program that you're picking. It would be best if it's aligned with what you do or what you want to do. Ang campus choice is important too. You should choose a campus that is most convenient for you. Yung diskarte ng iba was pumili sila ng non-quota courses para lang makapasok sa university. And they plan to shift in the future. But this doesn't mean you should aim lower or choose a course that you don't want to. This can be your chance to prove that you're worthy to be in that program. Ako, I mainly chose civil engineering para sa lahat ng mga in-applyan ko. Yung mga second options ko were programs that were still under my strand and things I'm really passionate about. After a couple more weeks of school, it was finally summer break. I was free from all of my academics and projects, finally. Therefore, the road to UPD began. Ang pangit ng buhok ko Now for context, hindi lang UP ang in-applyan ko Nag-apply rin ako sa ibang colleges sa Big Four, tsaka sa Mapua and TLM. That's why I enrolled in MSA Review Center, para handa ako para sa lahat ng entrance test. Sa totoo lang, worth it ang mag-review center. They provided us with flexible schedules, modules for math, English, and science, and even taught us exam answering tips na nakatulong sa akin during ng OPCAT tsaka sa ibang entrance test. Tip number 4, mag-enroll kayo sa review center. Hindi siya required pero malaking tulong siya, lalo na sa mga taong katulad ko na kailangan ng guidance at may mga kasama pag nagre-review. During my first day sa review center, sumagot ako ng diagnostic test. My score, 186 out of 365. 51% accuracy. Sure, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't enough for me. And something had to change. For the next few days, nag-speedrun kami sa lahat ng lessons sa magpapakita sa OPCAT. Not only that, but I also answered a lot of quizzes, sample problems, para matrain ko yung sarili ko. Tip number 5, answer as many mock exams as possible. When you try doing mock exams, you get a feel for the real thing. Masasanay ka sa mga types of questions and problems na pwedeng mag-appear during the exam. You'll experience a lot of pressure, lalo na on the exam itself. Kaya kung kaya mo rin, try timing yourself. Gradually, you'll get faster and be more aware of how quickly you answer certain items. Tip number 6, analyze your mistakes. Making mistakes is part of the process, but what's important is that you learn from them and make them right next time. After a month, it was finally the last day of our program, and I retook the diagnostic test. From 51%, it became 64. Yes, I improved, but it was far from where I wanted to be. Tapos yung classes ko sa review center, but the UPCAT was still 2 months away, and I still wanted to get better. Kaya sinubukan ko mag-self-study. And this is where things started to go downhill. At first, hopeful ako. Gumawa pa ako ng schedule at lesson plan na susundan ko araw-araw. Pero yung ginawa kong schedule hindi realistic eh. Tip number 7, create a realistic schedule. Hindi lang study time, isama mo rin dun yung chores, lakads, responsibilities. I didn't take those things into consideration kasi in-expect ko sa sarili ko na mag-aaral ako 6 hours a day. Kaya tuwing nagkaroon ako ng disruption, naiwan ako sa lesson plan ko at di ko nasundon yung schedule ko. Hindi lang yun yung naging problema ko. Instead of starting to review, isinantabi ko muna yung modules ko and just watched YouTube videos all day. Bakit? It was my coping mechanism to ease stress and pressure from the exam. I didn't want to face my problems yet, which is why I ended up running away from them. Tip number 8. Eliminate distractions. Kung magsisimula kayong mag-aral, tanggalin nyo muna yung distractions na yan para makapag-focus kayo. May mga gabi na nakaupo lang ako sa harap ng computer ko. Bukas yung notebook, pero walang pumapasok sa isip. I was putting too much unneeded pressure on myself, and it took a huge toll on my confidence. Tip number 9. Find the study method that works for you. Hindi pare-pareho ang learning style ng bawat tao. And for me, I realized that self-studying wasn't my method at all. And I think I realized that way too late. After 40 days, all of a sudden, back to school na kami. And out of nowhere, in-email na sa akin yung test permit ko. August 3, 6:30 a.m. sa College of Arts and Letters building. Reality kicked in. Isang linggo na lang bago ang pinakamalaking test sa buong buhay ko at wala pa rin akong progress. Then I remembered what my friend Juan told me a few days before the UPCAT. Tip number 10. Don't let your emotions control you. You can't control lost time. Pero, kaya mo naman kontrolin kung anong gagawin mo ngayon at sa susunod na araw. Kaya kahit sobrang konting oras na lang ang natira, I started to go to work. For that entire week, I was locked in. Gumawa ko na mas realistic na schedule at study plan. Halos hindi ko hinawakan yung cellphone ko at nahanap ko na rin yung tempo ko. Tip number 11. Know your strengths, prioritize your weaknesses. During that period, I focused on all the topics that I still hadn't mastered. I focused on my weaknesses and prioritized that rather than honing my strengths, where I was already confident in. Tip number 12. Practice test-taking stamina. Because of my multiple hour study sessions, I learned how to focus for long periods of time. I was able to avoid sleepiness and hunger during the exam. All of a sudden, it was finally time. Siyempre, sinundan ko yung mga pamahiin before the exam. I had my pencil sharpened by my tita who was an UPCAT passer. I put coins inside my shoes for good luck, bought my UP water bottle, wore my UP wristband, and even wore a maroon jacket. Lahat na, sinuot ko. Now, before I go into detail ng exam, here are some tips that I consider most important before taking the UPCAT. Number 1, practice reading Filipino. Dahil nga naman University of the Philippines entrance test yun, hindi pwedeng mawala ang wikang Filipino. Half of the items for language proficiency and reading comprehension were in Filipino. If you know that you struggle in Filipino, better start practicing now. Number 2, learn how to take educated guesses. If you're gonna guess an answer, your chances of getting it right is 1 in 4, 25%. But if you eliminate obvious wrong choices, kunyari, 2 choices that mean the exact same thing, then the odds of you getting it right might go up to 50%. Number 3, avoid skipping questions. When you answer an item incorrectly sa UPCAT, your score will get deducted by 0.25. Statistically, sinasabi nila na it's better to take that 25% chance of getting an item right. How? Hindi ko rin alam. Okay, ito na yung test proper. The first test was language proficiency, which had 80 items, good for 45 minutes. This part was basically identifying grammatical errors, synonyms, antonyms, etc. Dito naging crucial yung making educated guesses ko. Karamihan ng mga salitang pinapa-identify sa akin ay hindi ko alam yung ibig sabihin. Kaya ginamit ko yung process of elimination, tapos pinili ko lang yung pinakamaayos sa sagot para sa akin. Next part was science, 60 items at 15 minutes. Majority of this test tackled earth science, chemistry, physics, biology, and according to some, ito yung pinakamadaling part ng UPCAT. Kaya ang tip ko lang dito siguro, pag mag-aaral ka ng science, just remember all of your junior high school topics kasi atakal naman yan eh. Pagkatapos nun was math, 60 items in 75 minutes. If I remember correctly, sobrang daming algebra. And medyo konti lang yung items ng statistics and calculus. If it's your weakness, do as many practice problems as possible, lalo na sa algebra. Also try finding shortcuts to save time and get answers quicker. Pag nakuha nyo na rin yung scratch paper nyo, isulat nyo na lahat ng formula dun. Agad-agad para hindi nyo na makakalimutan. Finally, reading comprehension had 90 items in 60 minutes. Now when I talk to most people about their UPCAT experience, sinasabi nila na nung part ng exam na to, dun sila na-drain dahil sa math. What's crucial during this part is that you have to move on from the previous test and focus on the present. My tip for this part of the test is to prioritize reading texts that have the most amount of items to answer. That way, you won't spend your time reading long texts tapos 2 questions lang din palang sasagutan mo. Focus ka na lang sa maraming items at onti rin yung text na babasahin mo. I didn't even realize it, pero tapos na pala yung test. I was finally done with the UPCAT. After the test, it was quiet for months. My reviewers and modules went untouched. To be honest, habang nagpatuloy yung taon, yung school year ko, mas nawalan ako ng pake kung makakapasa ako o hindi. Tulad nung sinabi ko sa umpisa, hindi lang naman UP ang nag-iisang paaralan sa buong mundo. Kaya kung dun man ako mapunta o hindi, I'm just happy that I grew throughout this entire journey.
My hands are shaking. Uy, mali. Ang password ko.
Oh my God. The reason why I made this video ay hindi dahil gusto kong magyabang, but because I wish someone had told me these tips a few months ago. Kung nag-a-apply ka ngayon para sa college at naghahanda para sa mga entrance exam, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Huwag mong isipin na hindi ka makakapasok. Instead, focus on what you can control, such as your work ethic, discipline, the weaknesses that you must turn into strengths, and your growth. If you end up passing, then congrats in advance. And if not, I'll still be proud of you. You gave your best effort and pushed yourself beyond your limits. Walang nawala sa'yo dahil you were able to grow and realize your mistakes in the process. It's okay to feel sad, but don't let that event define who you are. Marami ka pang pagdadaanan sa buhay mo. Kaya pagkatapos mong umiyak, siguraduhin mo makakabalik ka ng mas matatag at mas malakas. Kaya siguro yun nangyari dahil ay mas magandang plano si Lord para sa'yo. So, good luck on your entrance tests. Make sure you study hard as early as now and to always pray. Oh, and one last thing. Enjoy your last year of high school. Kasi hindi niyo na yan mararanasan kahit kailan.